Disenchantment Untold Stories Volume 1. This is the new Disenchantment comic book series by Titan Comics, yeah. I was making sure I got that right. This, basically, if you don't know what these are stories written by some of the creators and writers on the show. And they were kind of concepts for episodes that maybe they couldn't flesh out, or they just didn't have a high enough episode count, and the show ended up getting canceled, of course, and ended recently. I don't know if it actually, take that back, I'm not exactly sure if it just got canceled or the creators decided to end it. I'd have to double, I could be misremembering what exactly happened there, but because of that, these stories were never adapted into the show, so now they're comics. So the first book right here, which I have in my hand, came out like last week at the time of recording this video. Probably will be longer than that when this video actually comes out, but I just was super excited to read this, so I pre-ordered it and I wanted to talk about it with you guys. And yeah, they're really good comics, and there's 3 volumes coming out. Let's see, does it have an image of them? I think it does on the back. Let me show you the image on the back of the image of the comics coming out. Here you go. So this is volume 2. This one with Elfo on it is coming out in, I think, June. And then this one with Lucy on, I'm not sure when that one's coming out. It says 2024, but it's not up for pre-order just yet. Probably after Volume 2 comes out, or closer to Volume 2 coming out. We'll get that pre-order. But for right now, it's not. I would have known. I would have already pre-ordered it. So, anyways. So, this book is really good. And what I like about this is it doesn't show you how much of the show could have just gone on forever, like Futurama is doing currently, which I'm kind of a little annoyed with, but I'm still enjoying that show, so not too annoyed with, but like this like the first comic is about them going to this place near Dreamland with the unicorns. We get introduced to the concept of unicorns, which we didn't see in the show. I also like this storyline because you get a fun. Like, that's clearly Aragorn right there asking about his hobbit, which is really funny. And then Lucy's joke about he's got someone who's always got an eye on him, which is obviously Saruman, which is just really funny. But yeah, the concept of like unicorns is introduced. That one's fun. Also, I like these little pages like this, where these are all jokes that could only exist with wordplay in like comic form. So they do play around with the format of this comic, which is insanely funny, and there's a lot of great gags and stuff here. Also, little weird facts and tidbits about the characters that we didn't know because of the show. Not exploring them. They weren't necessary things, but they were interesting. You got the episode where we go to I'm trying to find it. We meet giants, and we meet we knew about the giants, but we get like a Jack and the Beanstalk parody. Goes some interesting directions. We go to that, and yeah, there's some other great stuff with that. I like all that stuff, and just a lot of fun stuff that just reminds you how funny this show was and how fun it was just to be a part of. And yeah, I just really enjoyed all this stuff here. There's multiple great stories in here that honestly are worth reading. There's a fun one about Elfo meeting a new tribe of elves and things like that. Basically, it's a great comic. It's got the Futurama comics are really good, and the Simpsons comics are really good. I'm surprised how well they capture the humor of the shows in them. When Futurama and Simpsons are making me laugh, they're doing it at their best. And when you read that in comic form, it's really complicated to describe how great that is. Just how well they're just able to capture that. And I just really appreciate that. It's only about $25. Absolutely worth it. You get multiple stories in here. Lots of great images and great art. Humor, dialogue, cool tidbits about the lore of the universe. This isn't what exactly I hoped a Futurama comic would be. or not Futurama, sorry, Disenchantment. I was hoping that maybe we would get more of actual like stuff further about actual plot lines in the show, but it looks like these are just funny one-off adventures that are good. And then also they're out of order, and what I mean by that is like there's some that are clearly before the end of season one, there's some that are clearly after season one, and then there's some that are probably in the middle of season 2 and 3. And so that does feel a little bit awkward when you're reading them because they don't feel like they flow directly into each other, but that's all right. I think it's fine. It works. Excuse me. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm going to sign off from this video now. Like, share, and subscribe.